Welcome back to Demonology, an actual play podcast. This is season 2 of us playing Demonology, the Devil's Parlor game.
Gasp.
Yeah, gasps all around. We've got a lot of people back, and we've got some new people joining us today. So we're just going to do some introductions, and then we're pretty much going to go straight off. I'm Alex. My pronouns are he, they. And today I'm going to be playing Accrington Stanley because I'm not going to be the medium, because that's going to be...
It's me. It's Siobhan. Today, I will be the medium. My pronouns continue to be he, him, the most vanilla of men. Moving on.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The vanilla of men quip threw me off. Hi, I'm Fionn. I will be playing, once again, Sir Rumpert Umpert of the Sea, and my pronouns are he and also him.
Hi, I'm Mo. My pronouns are they, them, and I'll be playing good old Eli Swarthorn.
Swarthorn.
Swarthorn, sorry.
Swarthorn. Swallowest of thorns.
My mistake.
Good eve, everyone. My name is Felix. I use they, them pronouns. And this time, I will be playing Countess Valentina Lisitsa.
Hello, my name's Amy, and my pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Pipsa, the hog hag.
Hello, I'm Alex as well. I guess I'll just go by Bell. That'll make it easier if everyone's all right with that. I'm Bell. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Armitage Shanks, waste disposal extraordinaire.
Welcome all to Le Channel Horreur. If you speak French, I literally don't care. We have, as ever, our introduction to the adventure. And I will now read for you the letter all of your inquisitors have received. My Lord Stern, I realize how strange it is for a man of your standing to receive a missive from a simple nurse, but the matter is most frightful. My employer, Sir Thomas Layton, ails, and I think him on his deathbed. Sir Thomas is governor here on Guernsey, but his second, the bailiff Amice de Cateret, holds the reins of power and is a man obsessed with witchery. And now, seeming to confirm the worst impulses of de Cateret, darkness has come rushing onto these islands. In the past week alone, villages up and down Guernsey report terrible happenings. The children speak of horned beasts cavorting and singing in the night. Fishermen talk of monsters in the surf. The workers on the salt pens tell tales of a horror sprung from antiquity. There's something snatching pigs and sheep in the gloaming. Apparitions, and, if all that were not sufficient, a terrifying rider on the roads come nightfall. I am breathless to even write on these troubles, and fear we have more trouble yet to come. My intuition tells me that all may be traced to a ship by name of Leopold's Tankard that ran aground this fortnight at Grand Amfroc and sloped onto the shore at Bordeaux. Scavengers picked the wreckage clean, but I felt right queer when I beheld the splintered hulk. Forgive me, I ran away with myself. I ask that your people, with their particularities, be sent forthwith to meet discreetly with Sir Thomas and persuade him of the need for your aid. Your humble servant, Anne Courgard, nurse.
Frolicking and singing in the night, everyone.
I frankly love to frolic, and singing in the nighttime.
I don't know how
Yes.
you both took frolicking from that when what I took was, oh yeah, the laundry list of horrible things occurring.
I think that really speaks to our dispositions, though, doesn't it?
Are you gonna call me a pessimist?
I
I
think
don't
the
need
word
to.
was
You've called
actually
yourself one.
the word was actually cavorting, but I might be misquoting.
There was cavorting. as in-
Cavorting
also
and singing in the
cavorting.
night.
Well,
Cavorting.
cavorting is a much more sinister word. It's more
Mm.
sinister to cavort than it is to frolic. One cavorts with the devil, but you frolic with
Go
fun.
on.
Dolly
Right.
Parton.
Okay. Yeah, quite. Betty White, a known frolicker.
Long may she rest in frolic. Now, I see that we have our first inter-campaign action there from Rumpert, a muster roll with a success.
Oh,
We get to do these. Oh my god, that's so exciting! I've
Yes.
never done one. I've only ever played one shots of this game. I've literally never done this mechanic.
To explain to our listeners, inter-campaign actions are actions that characters may take between adventures to signify what it is they've been doing and what they have gained in this time. Fionn, what have you gained from your inter-campaign action?
Well, I'm just thinking. I was thinking about Dog, or rather Klim,
Mhm.
as he was, and I remember the joy I felt when I got Klim. But Rumpert's like, he roves, and maybe he can't have a long-term dog companion. So I rolled a muster to see if I could have just a pack of 3 wild lynxes.
Uh,
I was expecting, but it wasn't lynxes.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I like it.
I would
They-
direct you to my character sheet where it does say I can speak lynx.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Thank you.
So Rumpert's bringing 3 lynxes with him to Guernsey.
I've got a
To
question.
Guernsey.
Yes, go ahead.
So it says that he can speak links. It doesn't say he can understand links.
No, if you look further down the character sheet, Belle, you will see, due to one of my druid traits, I can in fact communicate with animals.
All right. Let's just check it.
No, you weren't. You were being a little menace.
Who would like to do an inter-campaign action next?
I wanna buy some armor for Accrington Stanley because he's never done anything in this world ever, and he's not very good at many things. So I think I want to buy him a leather cuirass and some gauntlets. I don't think he'd suit a helmet. And then I'd also quite like to do some gossiping and philandering because that's what I like to do.
Well, you gossip and philander away. Will you be persuading, being mannerly, or performing?
I'll be persuading 3d6s. 4? What does that mean?
2 4s.
That's I've forgotten how rolls work.
That's a
Excellent.
success, Wilcox.
That's
Yay!
amazing. One of the writers of the game.
I'm playing
ladies
another d6 game and it
and
has different
gentlemen.
successes. So okay. I might cut that out. That's bad. Probably won't cut that out.
It's a little embarrassing. You're kind of showing your entire ass.
But I don't care because I get to succeed a sway test when I choose because I get a success. So
is everyone doing inter-campaign roles?
Yes, everyone is.
Oh, can I also
Even
do gossiping and
newbies.
philandering?
You may gossip and philander, Valentina.
Can I roll etiquette for that?
Yes, you may.
I think the newbies should get an inter-campaign action. That'll be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice.
What have you been doing immediately before?
I've
Oh,
just
I need to leave a space between the R and the number.
That's really upsetting to me.
Good.
this sounds very. Oh, there we are. Into scenario actions. It's called.
Yeah.
Right.
There we
See, I was
go.
just looking for it.
A little success. Very nice.
Can I also do acquiring. I can't open that document while we're on this call.
Oh,
'cause
do you
that would
want to invest in some?
silver bullets for one of her pistols? Is that permitted?
Yeah, I reckon that will cost 2 resources.
That is nothing to Valentina.
You'll pop out 2 resources, and you'll get your 5 silver bullets. Well done.
I can hear that bitch Doris.
I was literally just thinking that.
This fucking
For
dog.
the listeners,
Stupid
if
dog.
you are getting that, that is a small sausage dog called Doris, who is a real bitch.
No, she's not a real bitch. She's
She
just
really is, Siobhan.
She's stupid as all hell. She's too dumb to be a bitch.
She's a bitch. Every time I see her, she's
You can be
nasty.
stupid and a bitch.
She is evil and transphobic.
There is so much slander against this poor, stupid dog.
She needs to be in the game.
I would hate it if she were.
One of my links is
Good
called
Doris
Doris, Muriel, and Agatha.
So we've had actions from Accrington, from Rumpert, from Valentina. I shall go to Belle first to give Amy a little time. Belle,
Bold of you to assume that I know what's going on.
I don't know. I thought that maybe because you had also been there since the beginning of testing of the game that you might know what you were doing, but I was wrong.
Siobhan,
What you forgot
Siobhan,
was
you
that Alex
remember-
has never known what he's doing once in his life.
That's the key, though. Switch off your brain and just vibe. And honestly, like, it's got me this far.
You did bits, mate.
I would like to. I'm just looking at what I'm good at. Oh my god, why am I good at theurgy of all things? That's weird. But let's go with it.
You're a ritualist.
Oh yeah, I'm
You
gonna.
should be good at theurgy.
I'm gonna tend the soul.
Okay. How does Armitage Shanks tend the soul?
So basically, he's. I spoke to Siobhan about this, and I have edited it slightly since we had our chat. He's got a branding mark on his right shoulder that's deep inset, and what he's got, it's a branding mark of a crucifix from when he was at the orphanage, and it's so deeply inset that he can actually keep a silver mini crucifix within the scar. So he takes that out from the shoulder, but he keeps it in.
Guys, for those listening, you can't see Mo's face, but they are horrified by what they just heard.
So he strips down his top, takes this off, and just begins punching it into the ground whilst he's focusing his energy. That's how he prays to God.
Wow, Armitage has some stuff going on.
He's got some deep-seated issues, this boy.
I don't think there's any tending here at all.
I don't feel like it's tenderizing more than anything else.
Soul is definitely being beaten.
Okay.
All right, so roll for me your theurgy.
Question mark?
Yeah, I think it could be brawn.
What?
Wait, no, Belle, that can literally only be wrong. What is your virtue?
Oh wait, yeah, sorry. My virtue's 1.
Rolling 1 dice as a ritualist on your virtue roll of theurgy. When you have theurgy, it's a terrifying idea.
So you roll 2d6, Belle, because you have
2d6.
theurgy and you have 1 virtue.
My apologies.
You've got 1 virtue.
Not a virtue. Does this appear to be virtue to you?
Put a space between the R and the... There it is.
Oh, there
Yeah, success.
It's a success.
And this is going to be real helpful for your ritualist with 1 virtue. You can succeed a virtue test at some point, any point in the scenario, without having to roll for it.
Nice.
So record that for yourself. All right, Amy. What would you like to do?
I want to roll. So this is what I'm thinking. I want to get some pigs. Can I get some pigs?
You want to get some pigs?
Yeah.
What do you intend to do with the pigs?
So the thing is that I have animal handling, and I'm just looking at Muster, and I'm thinking, is a pig a hunting animal? If they hunt for truffles?
A wild boar would be a hunting animal.
A wild boar might be a hunting
no.
animal.
Don't take this away from Amy.
It's pigs. I want pigs.
You want pigs and not wild boars.
You could
Yeah, I
buy
want
some pigs from an unknowing peasant who thinks that they're pigs, but they're actually wild boars.
The peasants know that if there's one thing peasants know, it's what a wild boar looks like.
Yeah, their granddad got gored by one.
We have to start chanting three pigs.
The
Three
ground.
pigs. Three pigs.
Three pigs.
Three
Three
I'm
pigs.
pro wild boar. I'm team wild boar.
I'm definitely team pig.
I want one to be a micro pig.
Amy,
He's already
not
got
thing.
a micro.
she already
pig.
has a micro pig. A
Oh,
Running
Just
in
suggestion.
the
even better.
papoose with me.
Would you perhaps like to enchant one pig?
Only one.
Here's the trade-off. Either you could get yourself 3 pigs by mustering, or you could enchant a large wild boar.
So if I got the wild boars, they wouldn't be like they'd like me, right?
Oh yeah, whatever you bring with you, it's gonna like you.
Can I get 3 of them?
3 wild boars?
Mm-hmm.
Well, roll your animal handling.
Okay. I think I did it wrong. Did I do it wrong?
It's a space
Right.
between the R and the number.
Well, thank you.
Amy, are you skilled in animal handling?
Yeah,
What's your virtue?
2.
Then you need to put.
You got
it's
3d6.
It's 3.
Beautiful. Did I get it?
Ah.
She's bringing boars with her.
Yeah, I
I hadn't expected a farmyard to be arriving with the party.
am.
It seems like it is.
It is
I'm really
now.
into like I'm really hoping we kind of get sidetracked and do a we bought a zoo scenario, which
I'd
is
love to do
canonically
that.
which is most possible than it's ever been, considering that Felix's character is a
Russian noblewoman.
is a Russian noblewoman.
Eli, what would you like to have been doing between scenarios?
Oh gosh. Well, I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have several agents from previous.
Mhm.
Are any of those able to follow through, or can I do something with them so they can join me?
All your agents will stay with you. Those are your agents.
Oh, amazing.
But they're not always present. Only the one that's a companion comes with you automatically. The other ones you have to call, right?
See.
Right? I think so. I think that was the
The
mechanic.
companion's actually with you in play. The other agents can't do stuff with you until you send them places.
They're sleeping during the day because they have to do all their actions at night.
I see.
So what you can do with you is, what rank are you? Oh my God, you're 6th rank. So what you can do is you can choose an agent. Do you have one who's companion to you, or on any of your agents actually companions? Are they just all agents?
On my sheet it doesn't say particular companion, but my first agent is Wallace Blick, so I feel like he has to.
Well, then you can bring
Well, let's
3
flick.
at 6th rank. You can bring 3 of your agents with you to this scenario. So choose 3 who you want to bring with you, and then you can do your inter scenario action after that.
Cool. I would like Wallace Blick, Tom Sean Casey, and
Oh
Swithin.
fuck yeah!
And who else?
And Swithin. So we've got
Swithin. Oh yes, Swithin.
a burglar mastermind and another burglar.
I went to school with a guy called Swithin.
I
That's a
bet
good
you
name.
did.
You knew a person in real life called Swithin? I chose that as the most old-timey white people name I could find.
You're forgetting the people
It's
that
an
Alex went
old-timey
to
white
school
people
with.
school.
Wilcox, when choosing that old-timey white person name, do you imagine that anyone would have it in real life?
No, never,
Never.
never. I sort of look at half of these names and think like, that's not real.
I was so excited about today that I, at one point, was looking at one of the campaigns that I wrote, and every time I saw a name, I was just like, "What sort of Dickensian spirit possessed me when I wrote this drivel.
So this is the thing of like literally today I was looking at 17th century documents and they were all called like things like William Hill. So I was I was quite disappointed. I was like, oh,
It's
have
a
more
real
fun
name.
names.
Creek whistle.
And which inter-campaign, well, what action were you doing? Can you see the list of actions that you could have been
I
doing?
cannot see the list of actions. What page?
If
It is
you-
Right at
page
the bottom of document
163 of part 1. Incidentally, because everybody else did sort of like narrative descriptions, and I was just like, mechanics. I think Accrington was milling about a port, speaking to sailors and playing Five Finger Fillet.
Marvelous. Very
Valentina was
dangerous.
at dinner.
And she has been at dinner for the last 2 months.
The same dinner.
Could Eli do crafting and enchanting? Must be at least rank 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like a craft, but you couldn't enchant because
Oh.
you ain't got no magic.
Damn.
Oh, Eli, you can buy enchanted weapons though for 3 resources,
Oh.
which is what I've just done.
What the fuck did you buy?
Have a look.
No, you tell the people.
I bought I bought an enchantment on my great massive axe, which allows me once a day as an action to change the material composing the axe. So the equipment statistics remain the same, but it takes on all other properties and will retain its form, even if turned to a liquid or a gas.
I
So
understand.
whilst I do have a spell, which means I can light it aflame, this way I could turn it into smoke.
Into nonsense of some kind.
Yeah, I could turn it into nonsense of some kind. A large ham. I don't know.
If you turn it
Fourth
into
links.
smoke though, do you still drop it because it's smoke?
No, because I can just turn it retains its form.
But like it could retain its form on the floor.
That's true.
That's true.
Things do retain their form on the
On
floor.
the floor. They do
If it
that.
turns into smoke, does that mean that the weapon is suddenly sweep because you can pass it through people?
That's a really good point.
Thank
These
you.
are things that you can argue later on.
I am a
Yeah.
scientist.
Regardless,
wait for the
basically it means that I can change it to a specific metal if we find out a monster is weak to it or not.
That's very useful.
Yeah, it is. I thought it would be.
Eli, are you going to buy or are you going to craft? What you feeling like?
I think I'm gonna buy. That Runes of Change sounds really good because I don't have any enchanted weapons.
Like Blessing of the Mouse might work for you.
Yeah, I read that too. Could I have Blessing of the Mouse for my throwing knife?
Yeah, you drop 3 resources and then you pop Blessing of the Mouse onto your throwing knife.
What does that do?
Makes no sound.
Silent.
Okay.
Not
We're
even a
finished now,
thud
right?
or a thunk.
What about a
Nah,
even.
nah,
Nothing.
nah, no sound.
Eerie, like death in space.
that was I think we all just pictured death in space there for a minute.
I just thought about the film Alien for a while.
Sorry, I don't want to
Sometimes
be an
I do
astronaut.
that too. I can't be an astronaut, neither can Wilcox.
Pardon?
We're too tall.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I know. Taken in our prime.
I got semi-upset for a second, like I'd ever considered being an astronaut.
That happened to me the first time I found that out.
Okay, medium, we are done.
You arrive to Portsmouth. You are put onto a boat. The boat is being guided by a captain from the Inquisition. This captain is a captain who some of you may have met before if you'd ever been in London.
Oh fuck.
Who are they?
I'll tell you. So as
Your dramatic pauses will be the death of me. Can you just move it along?
So as you are on the voyage, and he is inspecting who he has had to contend with. Captain Drummond.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Eugenius Drummond is a very severe, very northern man. He gives big Ned Stark vibes in everything he does. I'd not expected there to be quite so many livestock on the voyage.
You would call the lynx livestock? I think you are a foolish man. I would not keep it next to a cow or even 3 pigs, and yet here we are.
I mean the pigs.
Oh.
I mean all of the pigs.
There are also horses for everyone in the carriage, on account of me.
Oh wow.
It's like a petting zoo here.
You know, this is why people need to take more control over how they dispose of their waste, because otherwise we end up in situations like this where we're standing literally knee deep in manure. I mean, I'm knee deep, but that's because I'm 4 foot. But like,
Master Shanks.
still bad.
Master Shanks.
I've been sticking my ass over the side of the ship and shitting right into the channel.
I've noticed there is a more efficient way to remove your waste, sir. If you'll just follow me over here, I've got a wonderful presentation to give you.
Stop trying to sell privies, Shanks. Christ. Right. We are coming up now to St. Peter Port. The sea has been rough for quite some time. It is dangerous that I bring you here myself, but we drew lots at Cork, and I drew the shortest straw, so I had to take you here.
Thank you very much.
I will show all of you what St. Peter Port looks like as a place in Guernsey. That's a lovely image to use. It asks that I license the image before I show you. I'm not going to do that.
Cut that bit out.
I was gonna save it for going on the socials. Guess I'm not gonna do that.
We can find a non-licensable image of Peter Port. I put it into the channel Horreur channel. You can see it there.
No, you
The
have
Peter
not.
Port.
Yeah,
No, you haven't. You lying cow.
I can't see shit, Siobhan.
Oh,
What
well,
the fuck?
Now I have to download a
We have
GIF.
to download
I
it.
don't
In this
know.
economy.
What the fuck is a GIF?
What the fuck is this?
It won't let me download it.
Oh, it's downloading as a JPEG. Hold up.
I
No,
can't
no, it's a
download
GIF.
the GIF.
This is
Wait
the
a minute.
worst quality image I have ever seen.
Wait a minute.
It's making
Wait a minute,
me open
everyone.
an app.
Don't.
I have to download an app to see
I'm
it.
not downloading
I'm not-
shit.
I don't know. No.
Stop. That's not the
doing
right St. Peter Port. That's the St. Peter Port in the Caribbean. This is not the Caribbean.
Oh dear.
I want to show you Guernsey. All I want to do is show you Guernsey.
Then show it to us, god damn it.
All right, here's Guernsey.
Is it another GIF?
No,
Better not be, or I will roundhouse your ass. Oh, that's nice.
That's so much better.
That's
It's so pretty.
That's some Guernsey.
I like
We're
the
arriving
boat.
to St. Peter Port. These boats, of course, are not those boats. The boats that are in the harbour are a full 300 years old.
Yeah, it's like it's a sunny day. It's on a hill. It's definitely done in this like last century. It's a color photograph.
As you
There's no
pull,
shit in the harbour.
Soon will be.
as you pull into St. Peter Port, Drummond announces to you, "Right, get off my fucking boat. I
This
have
is
to."
yours. Oh.
Yes, it is my boat. I bought it. Now,
You must be doing very well.
your contact, Corgard, she lives in the castle. The castle that you can see, and he points from the harbour directly to his, just over your shoulders. That castle, right there behind you, Castle Cornet.
What does it look like?
Get off my boat.
Could everybody type their character names in the chat or something?
Yes, please do.
Or change like screen names or like
Yeah.
Discord names or something.
Good idea.
I asked this because I wanted to specifically, after we were pointed towards the castle, point at, not point, but just like look in the direction of Felix's character, presumptively, like, well, you're going to get us there, most likely.
I'm talking to one of her horses.
Just a second, I'm just updating. Done. I am now Valentina.
I'm really enjoying Pipsa the Hog Hag to everybody. Pipsa the Hog Hag.
It's me, Pipsa the Hog Hag. You may call me Pipsa the Hog Hag.
No one here is allowed to call me just Pipsa. It's just not allowed.
So I've been summoned to get us there, right?
This is a map of St. Peter Port, if you'd like to look at it for your reference.
Candy.
You've arrived into the harbour, and he pointed behind your shoulders, literally behind you, to Castle Cornet.
Ah. I guess we better go there then.
What does everyone look like?
Yeah, as you're making your short walk from around the harbour to Castle Cornet, describe yourselves.
Go on.
Well, Rumpert is, as ever, 6'6" to 7". His hair is now much longer and wild looking. If you look like quite closely, it does seem to be moving a bit. His tattoos are now like kind of have this, they almost look like they're going to start moving on their own across his chest and up his neck. And he has a sort of like faintly nervous twitch to his eyes now, and it's like they kind of flash in like almost look like they're going to change pupil shape. Like sometimes it kind of looks almost like a goat's pupil, and then it goes to like a cat's, and then back to a human, and it's kind of like judders and shakes around. Obviously he's got his 3 lynxes, Agatha, Muriel, and the other one was the joke one.
And Doris.
Doris. And they're sort of like gambling around his boots and kind of like meowing at him. And
Suffice it to say, the people of Guernsey have never seen a lynx.
Yeah, well, they have now, and he's got his great axes on his back, and he's kind of looking around. He seems to be looking back to sea, like he's watching to see any sign of something. But as ever with Rumpert, like that literally could be anything. Like there is no way to tell exactly what he's looking for. So that's Rumpert.
Marvelous. Felix, if you would describe the Countess for us.
Valentina look like she has had enough. She always wear red dress, but it is covered by a white fur coat. And she looks like a blend of Carmilla from Castlevania and the Countess in American Horror Story. She is equipped with servants. She have a butler whose name is Gorbachev, whom I have described in my own notes as a meager and skittish man with PTSD who is also unable to speak as his tongue has been cut out. She has two knights with her, Vodka and Gorilka, 2 very loyal yet stupid cows, and a stable master and a carriage driver, and the carriage driver is called Stuttgart. That is her.
Oh, what of Maritza?
She's not with us yet. I don't know if she has to be. I have to spend money for Maritza.
Sorry, I don't know if you already said it. Where's Valentina from?
she's from Russia. She is Chinese Russian, and because of inheritance laws, she decided that she didn't want her money to be stolen from her rich Chinese dad, and so she left. She was also better than everyone.
Can I go next?
Yes, you may, Accrington.
Because Accrington Stanley, who is a Dickensian character at a time, he's constantly smiling, but it is fake. He's a famous embezzler and general criminal and crook. He always has an axe in his coat. But like, you know, that can all come out later, but he does speak Russian. So we could get on like a house on fire.
Perfect.
Eli Swalethorn.
Okay. Eli Swalethorn, aptly named, as he is extremely buff, but you cannot tell from his exterior. He is baby-faced, quite short, looks young, but he is far more experienced than he seems. He wears quite baggy, kind of scruffy-looking clothes that hide the power underneath. But yeah, he's probably just shuffling along next to the lynxes and the pigs.
Oh yeah, Rumpert would be keeping him close because they've been like I think Rumpert's missed Eli quite a bit.
Eli is our YA love interest.
Oh, he is.
Armitage Shanks, what do you look like?
So, Armitage Shanks, he's a very small, he's a very short, middle-aged man. Although his capitan, coupled with his 3-inch block heels, increases his 4'8" height to a more respectable 5'8" height.
Good Lord, his clothes give him a full foot.
Yeah. He's just teetering about with a big old hat flopping around. And obviously he can't actually keep himself upright like this. So he has a very, very thick black cane with a silver model of a chamber pot adorning the top, which also doubles up as a cudgel. So he just kind of just whacks people on the head with it whenever he gets annoyed. His time at a Puritan orphanage as an Anglican left him with both a visceral hatred of Puritanism as well as a large crucifix scar burned upon his shoulder by the headmaster of the orphanage. His decision to use this to hold his holy symbol for accessing the dark arts will surely cause Master Dimbleshanks to be spinning in his grave. That's
that Master Dimbleshanks.
Yeah.
All my homies hate Master Dimbleshanks.
Master Dimbleshanks, headmaster of the orphanage. It was a Puritan orphanage, and Armitage Shanks is an Anglican.
Armitage Shanks also sounds a bit like a character in a YA novel, like a weirdly intense. He's sort of like Woody Harrelson in what should we call it? Hunger Games.
Oh yeah.
I think he likes to imagine that like he's a kind of like, you know, curmudgeonly wise figure, but he's not. But he likes to think he is. So yeah, that's Armitage Shanks. He's just a very short man with a big cane.
Thank you, Armitage. And now, Pipsa, the hog hag.
Okay, so Pipsa is 5'8". She has very long, brown, wavy hair, which falls perfectly down her back. She's not very pretty. She's actually quite ugly. And she has very big, protruding features, but appears to be very beautiful from the back. So she enters all of the rooms walking in backwards. And she wears a brown gauze face veil, which goes down to the bottom of her nose, which covers her green eyes and her hooked nose, so only her mouth can be seen. Her lips are the perfect shade of rouge. She wears a long, dark brown cloak that seems to stretch forever. And under her cloak, she has a Finnish peasant dress. So very big midsummer vibes. She wears
Loving it.
brown reindeer skin boots on her feet. She carries a papoose, which holds Filbert the pig and his truffles. And she also carries a bindle on her quarterstaff, which contains the head of her grandfather, which she collected after the yearly rituals of the Atterstube. And the bindle is made out of the same fabric as her dress. So yeah, she's pretty hardcore, but also like really sexy from the back.
Yeah.
Really sexy from the back.
Like so
See,
sexy
now-
from the back.
Wait,
After
how
you
tall is
read
she?
out she's
How
5
tall
foot
is she?
8,
She's five.
so she's the
5'8".
same height as you.
Well, no, that's not quite true because my hat is
Okay,
9
she's the
inches.
same height as you in your hat.
Siobhan, please stop
Armitage-
putting GIFs in the chat.
I'm trying not to.
Gotta
I'm
stop it,
really
man.
trying not to.
Everyone hates
I
it.
don't want more GIFs.
I don't like
No.
your GIFs.
I don't even know what a fucking GIF is. I didn't know this
How
existed
you're
before
making
today.
It won't even tell me the format of the thing before I take it. And then I'm like, what the fuck is a GIF?
I
And why
hate,
is
I
it
hate
everywhere?
GIFs.
Is that supposed to be the castle?
It's not supposed to be. It is. Remember.
Oh, it looks like a collection
Okay.
of houses. Rather pathetic.
Oh, I like the old-timey drawing.
The old-timey drawing will show you the actual
Ooh.
turret that isn't there anymore.
And there we are on the boat. Cute.
That's us.
That
It's
boat
not,
does
that
not
boat's not
fit
big enough for our link.
6 horses,
Cute.
3 pigs,
The
another
horses are
pig.
swimming. The horses and the pigs are swimming, and we're in the boat.
I regret to inform you, you did mess all over Captain Jabban's lovely boat.
So I left in my card.
So you've arrived to Castle Coronet. Look, the walk is not that long. You get to the main gate, and you are stopped by a few local guards, a few of the watchmen. One of them says, "State your business."
I do not have time for this, and so I shall use my class talent, which is lofty station, which says that I may always gain an audience with the wealthy and powerful of the region simply by showing proof of my identity, which in this case is a large sigil with the head of a fox on it, as that is what Valentina's last name means, and she just slams it in front of them on the ground.
I think Accrington also pipes up and says, "It is highly improper, and I do apologize for making such a statement, but it is highly improper that under any circumstance you do ask the Countess any questions such as this.
Most correct. Now pick it up and show me to your boss."
And dust it off.
The watchman looks taken aback, blinks at the sigil, takes out the dust, does brush it off his own uniform and says, "Yes, quite. Follow me."
I make a point of catching up with him, patting him on the back and saying, "It can be hard sometimes, but we must keep up appearances for all of our betters. You understand, sir?"
Yes. Thank you. He does look grateful for the reassurance. You are led through the grounds of Castle Coronet. I found an image that is not a fucking GIF. You can see what it actually looks like from above.
Unfortunately, because we've now mentioned GIFs a million times, I can't actually cut out any of the GIF stuff.
You're led across the grounds. You're led towards the actual keep. And then a swerve away from the keep, the guardsman says, "Sir Thomas is too sick to be in the keep. He looks quite pale."
Disgusting.
I am a doctor. Actually, I was wondering if you knew what's wrong with him.
"Oh, he's just old."
Just old.
He's had a very good run. We're taking bets on when he'll die. And then the watchman realizes he shouldn't have said that out loud.
I pass the watchman money and say tonight.
He taps his nose and tucks it away. Opens the doors to the actual house on the grounds. Bows and leaves. And inside the house, you see a small mousy woman wringing her hands. And she spots you and she springs up. Why, it must be you. It must be. You all look so strange.
I kind of nudge Eli's ear and say, I think she's talking about you.
Please, come with me. Sir Thomas expects you. And she whisks you away. She whisks you to the floor above, to Sir Thomas's actual bedchamber, for he is much too ill to receive guests anywhere else. And she opens the door, and the room is filled with candles, and it stinks of herbs. And his ears four-post to bed, coughing away. Just a little old man in his nightcap with his with his sheet up to his chest. And who is this? Would any of you like to?
Oh, I will walk up because I've sort of created this context very demandingly. I will walk up to his bed, sneer, and then Gorbachev will on his fours will lie next to the bed, on top of whom I shall sit, and I shall say, "It is my hesitance pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Countess Lisitsa," and she squeezes his decrepit leg. We are here to assist, I think.
Assist? And he looks with confusion at Anne. What's all this about, Miss Coolguard? And she comes up to the bed, her hands clasped together, nervously. Sir Thomas, I have been keeping things from you. Perhaps 4, 5, half a dozen things. There is tumult on the island, and the tumult, its nature, you see, is perhaps witchery.
Is her name Anne? Sorry?
Yeah, Anne.
Miss Anne, let us not trouble your superior, again sneeringly, with bad news. Detective, may we converse with this person with initiative? In the meantime, we have doctor here for you. Small man, come.
Yes.
Valentina is 6'3", by the way.
Yeah, Eli is 5 foot, so he's gonna waddle up. Excuse me. Yes. Can I take a look at him?
Armitage also has medicine, just as a thing.
Yeah, go and help.
Who would like to make a medicine roll? Because this will technically be your icebreaker with Sir Thomas's faction.
Doesn't Eli have herbalism?
I do, and
So-
medicine.
Which one of you has the higher intelligence? Because one of you could roll herbalism, and the other one can give another die.
I've got 3 intelligence, but I've
What
got
the
plague
fuck?
study.
Have you got 3? I've got 2.
I just hyper focus on intelligence.
Yeah,
I got nothing else.
you can roll if you've got 3 in intelligence and you've got medicine. You can roll 4 dice,
Yeah,
and then you can get
can I give
herbalism from
herbalism?
Eli. So that's 5.
Yeah.
You fail
okay.
this, I will be most disappointed.
I have
Well-
a knowledge in herbalism as well, if that's any help at all.
There you go.
So wait,
Just-
can I add it? Can I make it 6 then?
studies.
Can I
you
make
can't
it
make
6?
6. It's only up to 5.
5 is the maximum.
While this is happening, can Accrington slip out and look for a study?
Absolutely.
Aren't we going there with this woman so that we don't have to suffocate in bad vibes?
That was a 20.
That's 3 successes.
Yeah, it's
Not bad.
the individual numbers.
That's a bunch of
But,
success there.
That would be a success in D&D, I guess.
But it was a triple success in demonology. So
I don't know
It's
how these
better.
dice work. So, wait, Siobhan, ask if Alex wants to take the devil's bargain.
No.
He doesn't need to.
He technically can.
He technically can, but I'm
I
not
don't
going
need
to
to.
do that to them right now.
Please
They've
don't
just-
do that.
punching us in
Please
our
don't
own
do
dick.
that.
real
They've
quick.
literally just arrived.
Don't tempt me because I'll do it.
I know. This is
No.
why I wanted to tempt you.
You mustn't. You mustn't.
Right,
So
so
your medicine check's been a roaring success. You take Sir Thomas's hand. Both of you take his hand. You check his pulse. You
Wank him
see,
off.
You see how warm he is. You determine that yes, he is in fact just very old.
Oh gosh.
nothing came out. Like it was just like little bits of dust when we tried.
So you can give him some stuff to like revitalize him a little bit. Like
So what
2
they're
people
going
have.
to do
I haven't invented Viagra yet, Felix.
No, I bet on him dying tonight. So don't help him.
is
Can I
that
just do like a little dance with my pig to see if it'll cheer him up?
Pigs. You mean pigs?
Yeah, but I mean my main pig. I mean
Well,
my
did
main
I assume
hoe.
we left our lynxes and wild boar?
Her
to
micro
go?
pig she kept with
Yeah,
her.
but Filbert's on my person.
Okay, right. Okay, I was saying that more to Felix than to.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
so? With this success, you also gather many of the herbs from around the room, and you together, Eli and Armitage, make a poultice for Sir Thomas, which you lay on his chest, and he seems to be cheered by this.
Does it do anything, or is it just a placebo?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I'm a doctor, so yeah.
It does. It doesn't really do anything because you're not going to save this man's life, but he is pleased by the idea that 2 physicians are helping him.
So we're pleased we could possibly relax you a little bit.
Oh yes, yes. How about this? If Miss Courgard is quite certain that witchery is afoot, I would be willing to pay you a sum. Mistress Courgard, write this down in case I die before they finish. Mr. San runs to the corner of the room and grabs some parchment and a quill and starts to take notes from Sir Thomas. If they are to lift the witchery, I will pay them for their services from my estate. Is there anything else you might like? Now we enter into bargaining. Who wants to do the bargaining role? Perhaps Pipsa with her dancing pig?
I would love to do that. And I'd also like to ask for another pig.
What?
What?
Another one. She's a hog hag. It only makes sense for her to have loads of pigs.
Well, judge after your bargaining if you have enough successes to use one
Oh, I shall.
for more pigs.
I shall.
So you're going to do a little dance with Filbert?
Yeah, I'd like to do a little dance, but like a kind of like a good bad version of like Swan Lake.
If you do the dance with them, that's a performance. But if only the pig is doing the dance, that's animal handling, I would argue.
Okay.
Do the pigs have a union? Just wondering.
They should. They don't.
They don't need a union because they're a family.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Oh no.
All right, Pipsa. You roll for me either performance if it's both of you dancing, or animal handling if only Filbert is dancing.
Okay. I want to dance.
Well,
I'm in
you.
the mood. Okay.
success. only the one success. So you've gained one bargaining chip from the dance that you do with Filbert the pig. How does the dance look?
I think I do lots of like spins, lots of impressive throws and catches of the little pig. And when he gets thrown into the air, he does like a little squeal, like he's having the best time. And then he'll land. Yeah, and then he'll land on my arms, and then he'll like eat a little truffle, and then jumps out of my arms, does a little spin, and it's very cute shit.
Does
I think he
the
likes
Rumpert
it.
Rumpert start throwing Eli in the air at the same time?
Hey.
And out of the papoose that I carry for Eli.
Incredible.
There is much clapping and cheering, but between coughs from Sir Thomas. Hey, marvelous! I haven't seen a good pig show since 1590, and this, I would wager, was far less obscene than the last pig show I saw. Those poor animals. Anyway.
Oh.
Well, ask anything of me and you shall have it.
Well, I think I'd like a little room, maybe to sleep in and to take my meals. Also, do you know any pirates?
He squints and he looks over at Anne. There have been reports of a strange ship lingering. No, not Herm. L'île aux Marchands by Sark. Yes, a strange ship lingering at Sark.
Where?
Such what?
Sark. It is an island.
I thought you said suck.
I agree with the big man.
Regardless of what you may have heard, sir, it is at Merchant's Isle on the island of Sark.
You're sick, right? Little man, you with the toilet on your cane.
Yeah. At your cervix.
I kind of lean down. I nod to the person who told me this, and I kind of scoop the little toilet fellow over and say, "I have business with a pirate. Would you perhaps be interested in getting into business with a pirate?"
Well, it's a very lucrative business with the pirates because you see, they're the ones that have to find ways to dispose of their waste as quickly as possible. Those ships aren't as big as you think they are, really.
No, I'm quite aware. But,
you can build up so quickly, really.
Right,
You can. Plus, they got all the cash, so they're swimming in it. Yeah. Go on, big man. Carry me over.
Okay, and we just kind
I
of
insist.
move over to the corner and we stand. I'm not going to carry you. We're not like that yet.
So, as the party agreed that they want to exchange, that they wish to use their bargaining chip to gain lodging at Castle Court.
That is only
Yeah.
appropriate.
That seems good.
As a ritualist, I can also cast like a thingy spell over the castle, can't I? Like I can like protect it.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Which might be worth me doing instead of going to go see it, unless Sir Rumpert's really hot on this pirate thing. And thinks
no, he can wait. He can wait for the opportune moment. I imagine Guernsey's not that big, so like eventually we may have to go to Sark, and it's just good to know where they are.
Or do you reckon I should save that for when I go to Sark?
Being at the castle and the possibility of you casting a protective spell at some point sounds pretty appealing.
Yeah.
I think you should go for it, mate.
If it's going to be our base, maybe.
I'd love that for you.
Do you wish to enter the last stage of your audience with Sir Thomas now, or to wait to negotiate? The negotiation is one huge thing you could ask for Thomas.
No, we should
we could
wait
use that
until we
later.
know what we
He might
need.
die though.
Dude,
Oh,
he
yeah.
might die.
If Sir Thomas dies, he has given his power of attorney to Anne, as you saw.
Mm.
I see.
Can
So
I
we
steal
can go
everything in his study yet? Or
I thought you and I were going to go and talk to her, and I can keep her distracted while you steal.
I mean, I thought I'd steal first, and then
Oh, go for it.
yeah, like we could, talk to Anne afterwards.
I can make the pig do a dance again.
I feel like with all of the dances and the like medical attention, Accrington's got so much time.
True.
I just want to steal any letters that I can find.
Well then,
Maybe a
would
small
you-
financial book. Any accounts?
Would you roll me your skullduggery?
You mean Accrington's signature move?
Embezzlement.
That's a double success.
Well, Accrington.
So
what
I'll
you
also
find-
I'll also take that ledger.
Accrington lifts a ledger and finds a letter from the bailiff and Mr. Catteray.
I don't necessarily read it immediately. I'm probably like in a little bit of a hurry. I'm probably flicking through the ledger, seeing how well off this guy is. More interested in that right now. But like, the letter's good. I'm happy I have these things. I'm happy to like as soon as I get the letter, return and say something about perusing the facilities for the toilet man.
Very good. And then you and the Countess shall return with Anne to the study, where she will give you more help.
A
the-
brand new room.
For the rest of the party, which is, of course, Pipsa, Armitage, Rumpert, and Eli, do you wish to also go and hear what Anne has to say? Or do you wish to try and go and see the bailiff and Mr. Catteray?
Why would we go see the bailiff? We don't know what's in the letter.
We were told that Mr. Catteray was obsessed with witchery in the letter.
Yeah,
to
let's
Stern
go
originally.
down and
Yeah,
Let's
literally,
go-
you're the people with the magic. Like, we couldn't help with that anyway.
okay. Shall we go?
I think I could palm you off the letter. You read it. I'll if I hear that you're going to Mr. Catteray, then I'll just pass it to you.
Okay. Well, I'll take the letter from the spindly fellow. And
Once again, we all have horses on account of me.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
tidy. Do we? How far away is Mr. Catteray?
You're in luck. St. Peter Port is not a big place. You see where it says on the map, Royal Court.
Yeah.
That's where he is.
Okay.
That's gonna take like 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Cut her off.
Do we want to split and see if Anne's got anything else to tell us, or?
I mean,
I mean,
yeah,
they've already got Anne, so it's those two are
instead
with
of
Anne. We
detective
can
and
go off.
Okay, cool.
gossip.
Let's go.
So I whistle for the ladies, and saddle up and head on out. Unless anyone else has any pressing business in the castle.
Oh, Armitage hasn't done his little spell.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it. Sorry, if anyone knows where it is, I saw it before, and now I can't figure out what I actually need to do it.
Why didn't you put it in your character sheet?
Well, a smart
Well,
man
they
would
didn't
have.
think about it. Leave him alone.
For a man who is this clever, he's not done the thing he should have done.
Sounds like you're doing. Don't know why I said that. I have no idea what you're doing.
I know what you're doing, Alex, because I was thinking about getting that, but I can't help you because I just don't know the book well enough.
I think you're
Sorry,
looking at
what you're
like
looking
page
for.
90, 91, 92.
While
Scientifico?
Alex tries to find that, we'll move to the conversation with Anne, buying Belle more time.
Thank you.
Anne leads you into the study. She starts to just tidy as she does, as is her way.
Valentina opens every single window existent.
She gives you a worried look.
She says, "Do not question me."
Oh, okay. I shan't.
Now, Miss N, is it? What is your full name?
And Korgard.
Accrington starts writing in a little book.
Most beautiful. Now, Miss N is the other name. You said you had maybe half a dozen secrets from your employer. I am counting. Please list them.
Oh, well, the first, well, it's really more like 7 secrets.
That is acceptable.
Sir Thomas only half remembers the fire on the island of Elm. There was a fire last year on Elm, and it destroyed most of a hamlet there, the hamlet of Belvoir.
What of the people?
They are rebuilding it, but lives were lost.
Anyone in particular?
Oh. Quite tragically, almost all of the Delahaye family died.
Were they of any import?
Goody Delahaye is a physician.
Is or was?
She was the only one to survive of her family.
Is she still on this island?
She is. She is.
Send her a message to not to expect us. Thank you.
I shall.
Please continue your secrets. This is like confession, no?
Please, Anne, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. We're here to support you in every way that we can.
Yes, that is the idea.
The Countess will keep asking you questions. It is just her manner. You must answer them, otherwise you are in grave peril.
Oh!
Sorry.
No, not from us, Anne.
Oh, good. I was quite worried.
Accrington winks.
And titters. Sort of a... And it's not often winked at by men.
Accrington meant it menacingly. But she can take it however she wants.
She recounts to you the things that she said in her letter. She recalls that the children have heard the singing in the parishes of Saint Sampson, Le Valais, and Saint-Martin.
Singing? Can you be more specific? And who are these children?
I have no idea. Peasant children, my dear.
Very well.
Accrington laughs.
Yes. Nothing is wrong with peasant children. I am led to presume, having myself never met a peasant child.
And neither have I.
Quite. There is... in my letter, I simply said apparitions. In the parish of Saint-Pierre-du-Bois, they claim that the facsimiles of departed relatives have been harassing the houses. I think your best chance there is to speak to the Anglican sisters. They may know more. The people confide in them.
Is that all?
Grand Pont is where the salt pans are. It is also a crossing for the Bras d'Ouvel. At Grand Pont, all of the salt workers have refused to step foot onto the marsh. They say something is stalking the marsh.
Interesting.
Has anybody gotten an account of what might be stalking them?
Someone will have to persuade her because she thinks it's silly what she said.
No, she will command her. This is
Oh!
Let me roll. If I fail, I have not. No fails.
That's a thorough success.
Those are 3 successes.
A thorough success.
That's a sexy success.
Valentina will say, you will tell me nonetheless.
They say it is a creature with many heads.
Many.
Yes.
How many?
They do not, as you can appreciate, stand around to count the heads. Mostly they run screaming from
I understand.
the beast.
Does the beast scream back from any head?
I would presume so.
I see. Is this all the information you have prepared for us?
The Black Rider,
Who?
he's new. Well, I say he, which is perhaps presumptuous of me. Why, it may be a woman on the horse. But, again, she doesn't find this one silly. She finds this one genuinely frightening.
I need to scream at her again?
Just a little. Go on, Accrington.
Anne, please, you tell us of a fire claiming a hamlet. You tell us of children hearing laughing or singing. You tell us of departed relatives haunting houses, and you tell us of a many-headed beast in the marsh. And yet, now you stop. You must continue for the good of the people. These incidents alone cannot be ignored.
I suppose you are right. It would not be good of me. Do you know the story of the Headless Horseman?
I fear you should tell it, as it appears locally to you.
They say that at All Hallows Eve, a rider without a head sweeps the road, and that the rider carries with itself a head, and this head will proclaim who in a household should meet their doom.
Many heads in these stories.
She tries to laugh, but actually is too frightened to.
I understand.
Yes.
Wait, I'm so sorry that I have to break character. What date is it?
I can tell you the date. It is a week before Halloween in the year 1609.
Well, that gives us a little bit of time. Anyway, you have been most helpful. You should thank Detective here for his gentle manner. Have you any more information for us that you had ready?
This is all I know.
That is incorrect. I desire something more from you before we depart to resolve these problems. I would like to know gossip, dirt, garbage, stink. You see, this is useful when you speak to other people.
And you must think the most common thoughts. Anything that one of the peasant or the rabble might say could be helpful when we ourselves, unfortunately, have to discuss these matters with the rabble.
There is quite a powerful disagreement at present between his lordship the bailiff and the Dufaux family.
On account of what? Please be indiscreet.
Religion.
Religion.
They think his lordship the bailiff is a fanatic, and that his fanaticism will undo us all, the Defoes.
I see. And what evidence of this do they have?
Quite good evidence. In the year that his lordship became the bailiff, 100 people were hanged for witchcraft.
I understand.
That is quite significant evidence against him in this
Do you
matter.
have documentation anywhere stored of the similarities between these people?
I do not.
Who does?
The royal court, where the estates meet, they would.
Thank you very much. I suppose this is all, detective.
Accrington is just writing the royal court and then underneath, rob this.
Miss Anne, before we leave, I have a particular request. You remember the tall man who looked very ugly, probably smelly, looked out of a swamp, who was in my company earlier?
I cannot forget him or his smell, yes.
Very good. First of all, he is a sir, so address him properly. But I would...
At this, you see, she has an expression that basically says to you, they will make anyone a knight, will they? But she doesn't express that out loud.
Compose yourself.
Hey now.
For tonight or whenever we might eat, I suggest you brace yourself by finding the biggest and fattest animal you have and just have it prepared because it will be necessary unless you want to become dinner.
Mistress, I would prefer to be eaten elsewhere.
Valentina approves. She smiles for once. Excellent. We are in agreement. You shall hear from us later, perhaps. If your master enjoyed his treatment, we may provide it on a daily basis.
That would be most helpful. I have tried to convince Sir Thomas that the ailment he has is simply that of death coming for him, but he is most insistent he might reverse the situation.
And you should also know, it's quite an uncouth matter, and I do apologize to bring it to you. Some of the guardsmen have been making bets on the Lord's passing. I would perhaps keep an eye on that and maybe bring them a bit further in line if you were inclined to do such. Maybe it is how this court is run.
Most unacceptable. And Valentina winks at Accrington.
And looks scandalized.
This is a duo. I hate these two together. Like, they are horrible.
Anne looks scandalized. Bets on Sir Thomas's death. Vile. 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 And she leaves the room simply repeating the word vile to herself. At this juncture, I think is a fine time to take a break.
I agree.
Could I just, before we go, could we just ask a question? Is there like any sanctified spot in this castle? That's quite common in like European places, but this,
Oh, the castle does have a chapel.
So you don't have to set up a holy place, Belle. You can just go and perform it there.
I don't know. So can I? Because on the book it doesn't say that I can just find a holy place. It says I need to set up a holy place.
Yeah, you've got to sort of like claim it for yourself. I think that could be.
Is that as simple as saying, "Can I use your chapel?"
I think it's probably speaking to the priest and saying, like, "This is mine now."
And also befriending the priest can mean that he can like prepare some holy water, I don't know, holy oil, stuff like that. That you can, and if it's there, we can just take it.
So that might be worth me doing then.
Yes.
Just talking to the priest.
We can just say that you have been doing this as opposed to like going through the motions, and we just pick you up there.
Is there a priest character, or is that just an NPC that I can say that I've been talking to?
We can do that interaction when we get to it. We can let your character, do his toilet business.
Yeah.
Is that interesting, or is that better?
Is it going to be a dull chat? Like, is it worth us having that chat? Or...
It'll be a dull chat.
So is it worth us?
Can I
just
use your
saying-
chapel? Yes.
is it worth us just
Thank
saying-
you.
saying
Yeah,
that I
because
did
there is a parish priest, but he's actually the priest for the castle, so that would be a dull chat.
Well, we can do that small recap once we start again.
Yeah,
We shall.
because for us it will of course be half an hour, but for our audience it shall be an entire week. Because last time we were more coy about saying that we record 2 sessions back to back. This time, no. That's how we do it. So thank you for tuning into episode 1 of Le Channel Horreur. You say it better than I do.
Do I? Thank you for tuning into the first episode of the second season Demonology Actual Play podcast, Le Channel Horreur.
There we go. That pronunciation was way better than me. But yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye.
See you next
Bye,
week.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.